Hurricane Melissa has left Jamaica in a state of deep crisis after slamming into the island as a catastrophic Category 5 storm. What began as a monstrous swirl over the Caribbean strengthened rapidly into one of the most powerful hurricanes ever recorded in the Atlantic Basin. By the time it made landfall near New Hope early Tuesday afternoon, maximum sustained winds were recorded at 185 miles per hour. Within hours, entire communities were flooded, homes were destroyed, and much of the island was left without power. The storm's impact was immediate and overwhelming. Torrential rain poured down relentlessly, turning roads into rushing rivers and submerging entire neighborhoods. In the parish of St. Elizabeth, often referred to as Jamaica's breadbasket, officials say the region is completely underwater. Fields, homes, and critical infrastructure have been washed away by the rising floodwaters. Local government minister Desmond McKenzie described the devastation as extensive, saying the damage to St. Elizabeth alone will take months, if not years, to repair. Hospitals and emergency facilities have also been severely affected. At the Black River Hospital, roof sections were torn apart by intense winds, forcing the evacuation of 75 patients to higher ground. In nearby Santa Cruz, flooding at a local infirmary forced 50 residents to be relocated to safer areas. With roads blocked by debris and floodwaters, relief operations are struggling to reach the hardest-hit communities.
Yes, Jack. Keep it slow. Fire.
Across Jamaica, more than 500,000 people remain without power. That represents nearly 80% of all customers served by the Jamaica Public Service Company. The utilities crews are working to restore electricity, prioritizing hospitals, water stations, and communication networks. But officials warn that strong winds and continuous rainfall will make restoration efforts extremely difficult.
Okay, B, you got it.
Look, there are people, see the cars going, people, the guide post, look at people. I told you it's going, people. The whole community is going to go, people, look at it. Look what's happening now, people. Tap up the live, people, and share the live, people. See, that's a car. It's leaving, more people. See there, people? See what's happening on the car. So, people, there's an opening now. There's an entrance for the coming to a bar to be washed away. Because that's where we're all in the first part of it. And now, as we stand here and we see...
Hurricane Melissa has claimed at least 7 lives across the Caribbean, 3 in Jamaica, 3 in Haiti, and 1 in the Dominican Republic. Most of these tragedies occurred during storm preparations, as residents tried desperately to secure homes and property before the hurricane made landfall. Authorities are urging people to stay indoors and avoid floodwaters, which remain dangerous long after the storm has moved on. Melissa's center has now moved northwest of Jamaica and is on a path toward Cuba. Although the storm has weakened to a Category 3 system with sustained winds near 125 miles per hour, it remains an extremely dangerous hurricane. Forecasters expect it to deliver up to 20 inches of rain across parts of eastern Cuba, triggering flash floods and landslides in mountainous areas. Tropical storm conditions are also forecast for Haiti, the Bahamas, and the Turks and Caicos Islands.
On a day like this, rains are okay. Yeah, I don't want to be out here too long, but yeah. So, imagine this street.
Back in Jamaica, damage assessments are only beginning. Hundreds of roads are impassable, and many bridges have collapsed under the sheer force of the water. Thousands of families have lost their homes entirely, while others remain trapped without access to food, clean water, or communication. Approximately 15,000 people sought refuge in emergency shelters as Melissa passed overhead, and thousands more are now being relocated from flood-prone regions. For Prime Minister Andrew Holness, the scale of the damage represents one of Jamaica's darkest chapters in recent history. He has pledged immediate government action once the weather allows for safe movement, promising relief for displaced residents and assistance to rebuild destroyed infrastructure. Holness confirmed that the United States has offered humanitarian support, and coordination is underway for additional international aid. In the wake of this devastation, stories of survival and resilience continue to emerge. One resident, Seymour Clark, has been in constant contact with his family from abroad. Watching videos of his homeland submerged in floodwaters has been heartbreaking, he said, but his relatives are alive and holding on. Clark, who survived Hurricane Gilbert in 1988, believes Jamaica will rise again. "It hurts to see so many people suffer," he said, "but we've come back before, and we will come back again." Meanwhile, tourists who were visiting Jamaica when the hurricane struck are still stranded. Flights were canceled, and roughly 25,000 visitors remain on the island, many waiting in damaged hotels or airport shelters. Shannon Rogers, who traveled from Maryland to celebrate her birthday in Montego Bay, described the emotional toll of the experience. "We take turns crying," she said, "and we talk about our families back home. Emotionally, we're drained, but we're safe."
Hi, thank you. Oh, it's coming from the ceiling. It's coming from the ceiling, and that's crazy.
This is Hurricane Melissa. 20 minutes, ja.
The damage to the island's economy is expected to be severe. St. Elizabeth, known for its agricultural production, has seen entire crops destroyed by flooding. Officials fear long-term consequences for food supply and exports. Beyond agriculture, ports and highways sustain significant structural damage, and communication networks remain unstable. Despite the destruction, acts of solidarity are beginning to emerge. The Miami Heat basketball team, in partnership with the Mickey and Madeline Arison Family Foundation and Carnival Corporation, has pledged $1 million to direct relief to help with recovery efforts. The nonprofit organization will focus on restoring access to health care and providing critical medical supplies to communities whose clinics and hospitals were damaged. As night fell, Jamaica began to reckon with the full scope of what Hurricane Melissa has left behind. From submerged villages to roofless schools, the storm's impact has reshaped the island in just a matter of hours. It will take months to rebuild, but amid the darkness, a familiar resilience is emerging, a determination that has carried the Jamaican people through past disasters. For now, Hurricane Melissa is heading toward Cuba, where preparations are underway for another potential disaster. And although the storm's winds have weakened slightly, its legacy in Jamaica will endure as a reminder of the island's vulnerability and strength.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.